Doors can be a pretty tricky thing to master. When you're in a wheelchair, they can be awkward and heavy. But I have a few tips that I want to share with you I think would be really helpful. First things first, it's breakfast. By literally ramming yourself at the door with your foot plates, but be careful of your feet. So if you don't want to ram yourself at the door, which I can completely understand, this is another way that you can try and open it. So if you bring yourself up to the door, you have one hand on your push rings, and this is where these ripples come in handy. Put your hand on the door and you're going to have to push yourself through.
Then you can go for a poo.
Okay, so to open a door from this angle, it is best to come on this side of the door and then put one hand on the frame, one hand on the handle, hold it open, and then catapult yourself through. As easy as that. These doors here, which are on the disabled toilets, are really good because they don't have a heavy closure on like that. With a door like this, it's really nice and easy because they're not going to close on you. So obviously hold on to your handle and support yourself, and then you can pull the door open. It's not going to go anywhere. Wheel yourself in, and then you can close the door.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you need.
Sorry.
Again, there's another door which I'm going to demonstrate for you. This door opens this way, and this is going to push it with this hand and support myself with this wheel and push with this wheel. Now watch what happens when I use my left hand to open this door. I completely lose momentum and the door closes on me, and I find it really hard to push myself through. So when the door opens to the right, you need to use your right hand to open the door, and when the door opens to the left, you need to use your left hand to open the door. This keeps the momentum going and makes life easy for you getting through the door. This has got to be my #1 favourite door, with a magic button here designed just for people with disabilities or trams or people who can't open the doors independently. So easy.
Minions! You need to mention about minions.
It's even accessible for minions. Now sometimes there aren't power assisted doors, and some doors can be extremely heavy. So just let me show you how I open these heavy doors with the help of my voiceover friend. So these doors are incredibly heavy and incredibly awkward, but what I do is I use this sort of catapult method to help myself get through, and the door opens to the right, so I use my right hand, and here I sort of pushed myself at the door and used as much strength as I could to get through. Make it look easy, but they are incredibly heavy. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you how I open and close my front door. It's pretty easy and kind of standard, but it might be nice for you to see. So make sure everything is clear. Oh no, there's a panther in the way. So the cat, I'm often met by cats and dogs, so which can make things tricky. But here we go. I'm just going to open my front door. Now we've actually got a lowered threshold, and then I've got a little tiny ramp there to help me get out, and I'll talk about that more in my house tour, so stay tuned for that. So I'll hold the door open, pop a tiny weeny wheelie, out I come to here, and then I get hold of the letterbox to close it. But you could put a little bit of rope around the handle of the door, and that might make life a bit easier for you. Luckily, when our door shuts, it locks automatically, so I don't need to turn around and lock it, so that's a good point. Now I'm going to show you how I open the front door to the front door. So I come up here, pop a little wheelie, get a bit of momentum going, and I get onto this part of the step and hold onto my wheel, get my keys, and then I can open the door. Can you hear that? That's the dog underneath there. Sometimes she welcomes us in here. Life a bit hard. Then I open the door completely. Oh look! Just on cue! Right, let's watch how silly this doggy is. You're gonna get out the way, please? Out the way! Get the door open, and then we go. Now I'm going to show you how to open a car door, which is relatively easy. If you don't have much upper body strength, then that can make it harder for you. So hopefully some of these tips that I'm about to give you will help you out. So one way you can open it is hold onto your wheel. With the opposite hand, you can then open the car door and kind of pull yourself back like this. And then you can get into the car like that. And then to close the door, it's best to position yourself here, like a diagonal, that's the word. And then you can close the door holding onto one wheel and then slamming it like that. On this side, you can put one hand on the car and then one hand on the handle and then push away like that. And then to close the door, you can just push yourself with one hand towards the car like this to close it. This is a little technique for the car boot. I haven't actually found anywhere where you can put like a rope on the car boot to pull it down, and we don't have one of those cars that has the button to electronically bring the boot down, or is it the trunk in America. But if you do need to get something out of the boot, what I would suggest is you hold it with one hand and keep it there so you can bring it back down. So you can get out what you need, and then you can close it if need be. Down the front, you can see front, and it is blowing a gale. I think it's going to blow me away. Down here in the, where are we? At the Holiday Inn, they have a revolving door. And this is one of the doors I don't do often, but let's just give it a go for comedic value. For it, other than you got to keep moving and don't let your foot plates hit the door in front of you.
Jim? And there you go.
Feeling a bit sick now going around there, but there you go. So that was my video guide on how to open doors from a wheelchair. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video. Sean and I have had a blast filming this, and it has definitely had a few challenges as well. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and also remember to share this video because that really helps push the content out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
you out, don't worry. How come as soon as we film at the doors, like everybody piles in through that door?
And then they try and let me go, or they try and open the door for me, which is nice, but not right now.
Just said it about 10 times. God, every time we go to film, people just thrive to the doors, just go diving at the doors. Here we go, here's another one. Nobody here a minute ago.